I accept every time I get in my car. There's 20% chance I could die.
Being driven around 170 miles per hour? This thing's a bomb on wheels.
I'm quicker than all of you.
And let's race.
Those years where sort of things coordinated in such a way that there was a lot of drama away from the track, and the season itself was just full of, pardon the pun, twists and turns. And I think in a lot of ways this is why Peter Morgan selected that year and this set of characters.
The trick for me was always how to maintain it as an entertaining film without me betraying my own lack of knowledge and expertise about Formula One. And at the same time, I wanted to be able to convince people of its authenticity. So that was probably the challenge.
The relationships are what actually make this movie compelling, even though I like to believe that the action is pretty cool too.
I feel responsible for what happened.
You were. But trust me, watching you win those races, you were equally responsible for getting me back in the car.
Obviously, the focus of the story is on these two incredible sports legends, on Niki Lauda and James Hunt. And the women are more in the background. And still, I think that our parts are kind of important just because they give the audience another feeling for how these men were behaving in their private lives.
It freaked me out at first because in Germany, he's a living legend. We all knew who Niki Lauda was and is. So the first idea was like, wow, how am I going to play this guy? I had to do all sorts of things like a Formula 3 course to get used to drive a race car. I spent 1 month in Vienna to get the accent right.
Tell me about playing James Hunt. I mean, he's an incredible character, quite diverse. It must have been enjoyable and intriguing to play him.
It was, there's an incredible amount of, vast opinions and contradictions and contrast in who this guy was, and that just made for such a fascinating, human being, and I loved his honesty and his sort of straightforward, take it or leave it kind of attitude.
He's fantastic. I mean, he's so convincing as James Hunt. He worked so hard to get the role, and you can feel his dedication to it in his performance. He's very professional and very kind, and we had a great time.
They're very different, but underneath that rivalry, there's a deep respect for each other, and that's what I shared with Chris as well.
New car. You noticed? Pole position. I noticed that too. Level playing field now, my ratty little friend.
Yeah. Let's see where we are after lap 1. Let's see where we are in 5 races time.
I think audiences will enjoy the ride of it. It's so emotional, it's heartbreaking, it's funny, it's sexy, and the racing is amazing.
He had two characters here where the facts of their lives and journey was far greater than any fiction we could have created.
I think they saw this as an opportunity, frankly, as did I, to do something that if we got it right, could cut through and surprise a lot of people. So we'll see, starting tonight, if we surprise people.
The closer you are to death, the more alive you feel.